Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be like a live interview and I'm with
Ekaterina. So I work in PandaScore. I'm based in Malta. I'm originally from Russia. I'm Maltese as well, so I've been in Malta.
okay, so basically she is in the iGaming space, specifically the esports space, and her company has found a very smart and creative way of using AI to predict esports odds. And this is very new because us as writers, I'm a writer, you already know, we are fond of using this term competitive odds, when we compare different bookmakers sport boosts generally. And then a question came to mind a few days ago, like what exactly are competitive boards and what makes these boards competitive? So she's gonna tell us a bit about what makes their own boards competitive.
Yeah. So first of all, the company is very proficient and it works specifically for esports, right? So the whole team is fans of esports and they know everything from A to Z about each and every game. So even a trader that would be working for a specific game would be a fan of that game. Okay. So you will not see a Call of Duty trader working on a Dota game. So there is no mix up. So the trader would be so dedicated to this game and would be able to work on this. Now, what competitive is that we have a combination, right? Where we have AI working and live traders work at the same time. Okay, so we have a lot of data. We collected so much data historically that we can create much more market offerings. And this is much more different comparing to the other brands out there, that are doing esports.
Okay, so your brand has more betting markets. You have a lot more betting market than other brands.
Exactly.
And then the strength is the collaboration between human predictions and the AI prediction.
Sick. And then there are other markets like Bet Builder, where you can build the bet, with different markets. And then we also have micro markets. So those markets that count for a moment and then they just disappear, so those markets as well. And because we know so much about esports, there is also player props. So where you can bet on a specific player. And this is something cool because in esports, like players are also your friends because you're supporting the community and communities. So you can bet on your friend using those markets as well.
Well, that's amazing. So basically, I mean, these are the smaller betting markets are like an extra picture that your brand has that the competition doesn't. Yeah. So far, what has been the exception of this new way of getting my cards when it comes to your relationship with what they call now the operators, especially in the part of the world, Africa.
So it's growing in Africa, right? Like I'm having a lot of conversations at the moment. This is one of them. I'm not sure if you've seen and I'm gonna here refer to iGaming Africa,
Yeah. Gonna see all the foods though with each.
Right. Yeah. So the guys have also posted in their latest magazine, like what is the next big thing? And the esports was mentioned as one of them as well. So I believe I'm in the right time having right conversation with the right people.
That happens a lot of.
So that's one. And two, the population of Africa is a growing population. And there will be more and more people interested in esports. And it's booming, among the Gen Zs. So I believe the way Africa is moving forward, there is so much potential.
Where do you see like the way predict odds now? Where do you see it being in like the next 5 years? Are we seeing an evolution in how we predict what's gonna happen in games to like currently?
That's another thing that I was mentioning earlier. We cannot predict something because the games change, the rules change, and you just need to keep adapting. So if your company is just getting esports just to have it as an career, but you're not educating yourself, you're not educating your people, he will not be able to adapt to this fast pace of these games changing. So today Call of Duty is like this, but in 3 months they might release a new feature, new release, and we will change. What you gonna do?
So you have to be in the know, you have to be an actual fan.
Yes,
You have to keep up with every single chase. And this it means every single part of your prediction is based on experience.
exactly. And on the actual love for the game. So because the guys are fans, they they wait for new releases. They wait for new features. They follow each and every release. Like the team, they actually go for like tournaments, esports tournaments. And our CEO, he's encouraging, like we have Friday calls where he says, don't forget to play your games. So it's very encouraged them, encouraged. I believe it's this combination of like pure love and pure passion for it, but also understanding how mathematically connected was the BS.
That makes a lot of sense. And we had talked earlier about how the interfaces of most of the bookmakers that have esports as a big product do not make sense in the context of how it should look, right? Because now it's cluttered. You have single games, you have esports, you even have lottery, some of how single games. So what do you think can be done differently to make esports more accessible, especially when it comes to betting?
So it could be a combination. It's either specific like pages for the esports fans, where it's could be marketed for esports fans specifically because sports fans it could be different mentality of a person, or kicking new domains, new websites specifically for those fans. With the interface that is adapted to the Gen Z as well. So I believe the research is needed in that. Even the user friendliness, how they used to do it. This is what's driving it. Like there aren't many like traditional fans that are like just gonna go on Call of Duty and try to understand what it. Easier to understand e-battles, where, for example, you go to guys playing FIFA, and you know what football is because you're a football fan. So this would be maybe a transition in between. But for esports, you need to be a fan of esports. So this is the difference.
Yeah, it's so interesting you mentioned e-bot battles. And from our previous conversation, we talked about how there's a lot of confusion between virtual sports and e-bot. Yeah, so can we maybe give the people watching an idea of what the difference is? I know what the difference is because I write about them, but how would you explain to, let's say, a grade 4 or grade 5 student?
Let's say like virtuals is just a simulation. So that would be the same FIFA play, but it's simulated by a computer.
So there are no real people actual real
Yeah, nothing. Now with e-battles, you have people that are specifically wired for these e-battles. So sometimes they would be even employees of different companies, playing e-battles.
Okay, so it's like a situation, it's like this PS5 situation, because mine is not like PS5, and you can connect it to some other player anywhere else in the world, and then pay, and then you can communicate via the gamepad and stuff like that. So are we talking about such situation?
So e-battles would be specifically organized by company and offered. Okay, so it will not be people who are not professionals, just brats, right? Will not be into professionals. It's rather like employees of a company that they specifically, that's your job, to play, right? But then we also have, for example, esports, IPA, where it's a competitive marketed team goes and plays against each other. There's an esport.
Okay, because that's the only way it makes sense that odds can be predicted, because it have to be organized such that it can be monitored and easily can be connected. Say, all right. So this is the much we're gonna do, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and she's having a lot of fun in Africa. You can see from what she has on her neck, right? So we hope she has a very nice day. So you had a nice day. Amazing. It's the piece. Yeah. But she's running away soon, so I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm back. Got no problem. Looking forward to seeing you. All right, that's the much we can take. Thank you, guys. See you next time.